Live. I am live. Sorry, I am late. I was waiting for my granddaughter to come here, and the girls are taking her to the park right now, so I can stream a little bit. We have to watch her today, so Mom can work. And so the girls are taking her to the park. Piper, she's just one. Okay, I'm just going to find my chat, and now she's going to cry because I went live. Anyways, I'm going to look for my chat, get on here. I have no plans for today except for streaming because I missed last week because I was so tired because I was babysitting. And yeah. So, wow, I got 7 people on today already. That's remarkable. Thanks, guys. Okay. Can we go out with her and grab her hat? So, thanks, guys, for joining me. I got a crazy background here. I'm just going to grab some paper if I can. I forgot to put something on here so it's not so crazy. Oh, it looks like it's slow. But anyway, I'm just going to put this down so it's not so crazy of a background here. How's everybody? Hi, Ian. Hi, Arlena. Hi, Tracy from the UK. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let's see here. I think my camera is actually tilting the wrong way. Let's see there. There we go. I still got a really weird angle at it. What am I doing? I'm just going to check. Guys, sorry. I must have bumped it or something. So, yeah, today I don't know what I'm going to do. Hi, Jennifer. It's going good. Actually am an hour late because I was waiting for my granddaughter to come here. I was expecting her a little sooner. And the girls are going to take her to the park and watch her. And yeah. So I'll show you guys what I did yesterday in this journal book. I did a couple paintings. You guys probably seen it. You're pretty curious. So this is what I got so far in this journal. This is what I did yesterday. I painted on a chip bag. And I just painted her. And I also had fun with a palette knife yesterday. And I got too much light on here. And I painted this guy. So that was fun. Why the dogs are barking. Anyway, so there's a lot of construction that's going on in front. And so the dogs are barking at people. And that's why they're outside barking. So, anyway. And this morning, I made a quick little video on how I made the bag. And I've got this one ready to go. So, I don't know if I'm going to play with this or not today. Okay, guys. Don't let the door slam. Sorry, guys. They're just going out the door, but it was getting so late that I wanted to come on. Get them in, the dogs. So I'm trying to get the dogs to stop barking outside before we get in trouble from the neighborhood. But so this morning I put this one together. And so this is just the newspaper that I have here, actually the brown paper from I'm just reading some of the things that people are everyone's saying hello to each other. Hi, Michelle. And so I made another journal book here, like a junk journal, sketching journal book out of paper bag. This one is smaller than the first one, and I put the pocket on the outside. So here's my first one. I'm just showing you the size difference. So what's everyone in the mood for today? Is there anything requests that we want to make? Just take that and go, please. Everyone's saying where they're from and talking amongst each other. That's great. That's great. So if you guys have anything that you want to do, I can do another panel. I'll show you what I got. I think I did last time. And I did, actually I did the dragonfly and I already shipped it off because I had done the canvas. And you like to see some acrylics? Okay. No worries, Tracy. So I did the canvas last week, but I already shipped off the dragonfly that I did. I'll show you a few canvases that I have done that I still have here. But yeah, I did the dragonfly last time, and I did this one, the koi in the pond, and paper here, and this is paper pulp stuff or something like that. Can't think of it. And I did this guy. I'm not even in the right place. Oh, I don't have stuff for pours, Arlena. I haven't even tried a pour yet. And I did a couple of these guys with different shapes. I'm sorry for all the noise in the background. I did this fish, I believe, on the live stream. So if you guys want a canvas, we can do an acrylic on, on here. What I did with these ones is I just did it on top of like a cardstock painted. So, and I did that with the dragonfly as well. So it's whatever. Shells. I don't have shell. Well, I don't have shells on. Okay, so should we do a painting on here, or should we do something in a journal? Shells are difficult. I don't even know how to do them either. So it'd be just me doing it, learning it right off the bat too with you guys. If you want to do something like that. I got some cardstock. I could paint on there and make it dimensional. Journal. Okay. I'm just going to check on a picture. If you want to do some shells, and I'll check on a picture on my phone. Something with a paper bag. Okay. So I'll just show you both of them and let you guys choose which one you want me to work in. I don't have any. The only one thing I do not have is any gesso, because I haven't gone to the store to buy any gesso. So sorry, I'm just going to look for some nice realistic shells on images. No, it's giving me the gas station. So, okay. This one here is, well, she asks and we tell her that's what we want to see. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Journal, please. I'm just reading some paper bags. Yeah, I just don't mind like asking what you guys want to see when I'm doing my stream. And then, so we can work on the one we built in International Crafters, or we can do the fresh one that hasn't been worked on yet. Ah, this is my coffee. I don't have tea this time. Coffee. And I just rinse my cup out. I never wash it. Well, I wash it once in a while, but I'm just rinsing so you can see the coffee. But yeah. So it's just black coffee, Ian. Is it strong enough for you? That's so cool, Tracy. Thank you. So I'm just going to show you a little bit with this one, and you guys decide which one. This one's all paper, brown paper. And like I said, this one's just junk and stuff. This is the black cardstock. And I had painted this guy on the black cardstock. And I'm planning on painting some of all these different things. So this is my junk journal. And what's this? She isn't here yet, but soon. I'm not sure. Arlena, I'm not sure what you're asking. So should we check what we want to do? If you guys want this one, that's fine. I guess we are painting on here today. We could paint or whatever. I'm going to try this again, Google up some shells. It showed me this gas station. But I'm going to go seashells instead this time. Because, yeah. No resort. Pics. Wow. It's got lots of different information. It said, okay, I'm sorry. Next time I will not throw those bags out. Oh, yeah. So I'll show you what I made this from, just to show you. I thought I made them on my International Crafters stream, if you guys follow Nikki Parr and myself on International Crafters. So I have this square, and it goes on top of the newspaper. Hey, puppies, stop wrestling. Too loud. Sorry, guys. They always do that. And so I just fold it in half, and then in half again. And I make 3 of these, and I stick them together. And then I sew, when I fold 3 of these, I sew them down here, a zigzag. And then when I sew them into the cover, I just do the straight sewing. So, and then I just take my X-Acto knife. You guys have to go outside. Okay, guys, 1 second. I'm putting them outside. Or separating you 2 dogs. Sorry, guys. They're really wrestling. Chihuahuas. There we go. Sorry. So then when I just separate them by running this through, just like when you're cutting an envelope open. Easy. You don't have to measure or anything. Then I sew them in. So when I originally sewed the papers together, I put 3 stacks together, and then I did a zigzag. And then I just did a straight sewing in. This one's a little on the crooked side. You can see my bag's a little crooked, or my pages. But I just sewed them in. Now for the cover, I used a bag, and I'll show you. This is my last bag that I got. So it was a large bag like this, and I know I only got 1 level on my camera. And this is the cover right here. So this would be the cover on the bag. You cut however long you want your book to be. So in this case, this book was this height. On my other journal, it was a little larger. So you can see the different sizes. And this one, my pocket's on the inside. Whereas this one, I decided to do it on the outside. And then I just did a straight stitch all the way around before I sewed my signatures in. I removed what I cut off here. I removed my handles on the inside, pulled them off, removed these, and just glued them, re-glued them on the inside here. So then they make like a little purse bag type of thing like this. Oops, wrong way. So that's how it goes. Thank you, Sherry. So that's how I made the junk journals. I got the idea from Lori Richardson on YouTube. And so that's how I made the covers for the bags. Now, just getting back to what we're doing. Thanks. Like I said, I got the idea for the outside cover from Lori Richardson. And I really like it because you can carry it like a little, I think my camera is moved. You can carry it around, sorry guys, like a little. There. Yay, I think I got my camera straight. Hi, Anne-Marie. So that's what I did with this. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna, you guys, oops. No. I had it on shells. Where did they go? There we go. So I don't know. We could paint a picture of some shells. Someone asked for shells. And I have to grab all my paints quickly. I know. I just have them in a box or in a bin on a chair and just pulling them towards me. So that is basically that. Maybe we should just do a nice little beach theme right on the front cover. No worries, Tracy. We're just gonna pick what kind of shell are we talking about? Theme or picture. I've never painted a shell before. So these are pretty. These are painted shells. Aren't they pretty? Those are pretty. Oh, is it you that asked for a shell? Well, we could do something like that. So let me know what kind you want. This is a clam shell, ocean clam. So we could do something like that and then start off with that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need, probably by looking at it, I'm gonna need some brown sugar. I think I'll need some, I don't have any gesso, so I might have to put some white in the background. I have some coffee bean. And these are all paints from DecoArt. And I like these ones because they have that shine to them. You can even see these are my dry paints. Can you see how they're shining? They're not dull like regular acrylics. I like that. That's why I use these so much. I'm going to grab a little orange as well. Oh, okay. I'll have to check the colors on that one. Oh, do. It was the first one. Okay. You got to steer me in the right direction. Something like that, or the other one that, this one here. Sorry. Or we could just do a whole bunch of different ones. So, or this one. This one's nice. Okay, so what I'll do is, this one's nice too. Okay, now I've been flipping through. So something like that, we will do. There goes the dog again. See, they want to play, fight, so they go outside and bark, so then I have to bring them in. And yeah, because they want to play, fight. Okay. I might do something like just a whole collection of different ones. They're all difficult? Okay, so anyways, I think, and I also want to do something like this too. I like that one. So we'll just start with that one. We'll just do a few. Okay, cool. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. What I'm going to do is I want to do them on here. I think I'm going to start them off on my cardstock. Oh, that dog. Now I know which one's barking out there. Because I only have one outside. So I'm going to start painting on my cardstock and then cut it out, I think. And I'm going to put my brown sugar down. I'm going to get my chocolate, coffee bean actually, my yellow. No problem, guys. I asked for what you guys want, and you guys tell me what you want, so that's all good. And we'll work around that. We work around these colors here. I think she's doing it on purpose because she's not getting her way. Isn't that horrible? Little stinker dog. Little stinker dog. So now it's just a matter of getting this going. So lots of orange and that kind of thing. And I like to do layers, so I've got to get right underneath the camera properly here, guys. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Try to see me picking up some color. I'm going with a bit of an orange, and I can go over. Now I paint a little weird, maybe to some. And now I'm just rubbing off my paintbrush onto my, but this is how I kind of go. I just kind of blop, and it'll look better as I go. And I add layers and the browns and whatnot. So anything that has a bit of lines to it, like this here, I'm just going to follow kind of the lines. So the direction, that's the direction I'm going to paint in, just like this. You love layers? Yes, I love layers too. And this is kind of how I like to paint in layers. I'm grabbing a little bit of, see how I'm just kind of following my picture. It's not going to be exact, but there's going to be layers, right? I should get some white happening in here too, because this is not just adding some different layers. And I would like, I can add white on top, and I'm just trying to get the shape going. Hello, Patricia. I'm trying to say hi, everybody. Paint and read. So this is how I would basically, I think I would start this off. I'm going to grab some white to cotton ball. I thought I had some in there and I dabbed it, was dry. Like, nope, didn't put that color up or that tint. This paintbrush keeps falling apart on me. Need some new ones. So I can add a little bit of whites in here and blend it in with other colors. And then, yeah, there I go. It's starting to look a little bit Shelly. I don't know if this is the one you wanted, Tracy, or Aprenna. I'm not saying your name right, probably. But now I'm just gonna, I like doing it on cardstock too, but you can paint on any kind of like art paper, scraps. The reason why I'm doing it on here is then I can glue it on here onto my bag. I know you guys wanted me to paint on here, but I was thinking it would be nice to glue it on maybe. And then have, you know, I don't know. Just have, there, see, I dipped it in white. I'm going with the, I'm not being too careful. And like I said, there's layers on here. So this has got a nice kind of a round roundness to it. I think gluing is a great idea. Yeah, thank you, Tracy. That's the thing. I got to stop and then all of a sudden stop painting. And because if I look up and I paint, sometimes I could totally do something really wonky. And that dog is driving me little batty. I don't need to get in trouble for the dog barking. It's looking a little weird right now. It'll come together. It should. Like I said, this is my first time painting a shell, but it's just looking at the shapes mostly, I think, and playing with it like that, I think, in my opinion. And try to get the right shapes and stuff in here. I gotta make this look like sun shining through somehow. And get the right color. It'll come better, a little bit better, I think. I just gotta get the bases on it. It's always gonna look a little off at first. And it should come together anyways. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? But it should come together for me. So that's what I'm doing, just trying to get it to come together a bit more. Just by layer by layer. I might have to dry in between some pieces. I'm just trying to, I'm having a little hard time talking this time because it's actually a lot more painting than normally for me. Usually I can just kind of like look up and chat a bit, but it's a little bit something I've never painted before. So I'm just kind of, it's not looking great yet. Not even at all yet, in my opinion, of course. And yeah, so gotta get that look coming in. But hey, oh, I have to get a new brush. This one's driving me crazy. This one might be better. I might have to get a new brush here because I might use this one still, but it's starting to wear on me. Okay. Gonna get some white happening in here a little bit. And just keep trying to get the shape here soon. Soon it's coming. It's gonna come through, I think. Who knows how long this one's going to take. There's quite a bit of layers and detail. And like I said, I've never done one of these before. Okay. So I got kind of the base done. on it. So now I'm just going to kind of fill it in a bit more. And I'm always kind of switching around where I'm going, because if it gets too wet, I'm just going to be moving color around too much. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so now that I got some of the base in there, I'm just trying to get some of the inside of the shell happening. So there's some depth. And we'll see if it works. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Patricia. I'll have to go over. This is a little too high up, actually. Okay, I realize I'm making a bit of a mess here. Okay. See how I'm now kind of smudging a little bit, but I want to get a little depth in here. And I'll add some white. Trying. Try not to think as much as what it is as just trying to add some color to it and that kind of thing. There goes that dog again. Lots of paint on, paint off my brush. Yeah, it is. I'll get this part more thicker in here. I just want to get this opening. I want to get the opening to make it look like it's actually, right now it doesn't look like an opening. So I'm just trying to get, first I want to work on the outer edge. This is my plan. And see, this is a challenge for me because I've never done this before. But I come on and I do my best, right? And you guys are pushing me because I've never done a shell before. I've never painted pretty much anything that I've painted. I mean, what I show you guys is what pretty much usually the first time I've done something. So, but I wanted to first focus on the inside of this and try to get it a little like see where it's coming out. Make it look like there's something, it is opening. It's an opening of sorts. The distraction that's really bugging me right now is my dog. Very much so. Okay, guys, 1 second. I'm so sorry. She's doing this on purpose. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, sorry guys. Just gonna put one downstairs quickly. So sorry. Well, I put the one outside that was instigating the wrestling noise, and she started barking at the neighbor's children. And that's not actually normal for her, but don't know what they're doing out there. Anyway, so I'm trying to get the opening. Good. I'm like breathing hard now. I'm like stressed out. Okay, so I'm trying to get the shading and the opening right. And that will take just a few minutes, I think. I think I'm getting there a bit. I notice I'm going to need a little bit of a I'm going to need a tiny bit of black just to put my brush in every once in a while here. So what I do, I'm going to grab a little black right there, and I'm just going to use that as my shade. I just tapped my brush in there. And I'm making it up as I go along, guys. Like, I don't know. This is me making it up as I go along. Trying to make it work, really. And I think that what I do is mostly try to, I don't know. Thank you. Work with the shapes and not think about what it is really too much. Otherwise, I'm like, that doesn't look like that. You know, you get that. It doesn't look like a dog. That doesn't look like whatever. And so if you work a little bit more with just the shapes at the second, I think it helps. It's a little more helpful. And like I said, there's a lot of orange and stuff like that in here. So I'm just going to go back and forth with some shading, colors. This could not work. This could possibly not work. But if we keep pushing it and not give up, it should be fine. Okay. And I just get over the dogs torturing me. Should be fine. You can kind of see how it's coming together a bit. Maybe. I don't know. As I look at it in comparison to what I'm doing, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think so. But we'll see. It doesn't always have to look exactly like the picture. So, do my best. I'll do my best for you guys. You need to sketch. I don't usually, if I'm going to paint something, I don't need to sketch. I have done it in the past where I sketched, and I don't know. It's just to find that I find it a little easier maybe sometimes for me to do it this way. I haven't sketched a painting in a long time. I don't know. It just seems to come a little bit easier. But although if you guys look at this, it's not like the, you know, it's coming together, but it's not, you know. I could be just coming together in my eyes too. But I know what to expect of my paintings, and you guys are be like, what are you doing? But I kind of know my ugly stage to what, you know. I really do got to fix this inside, but and I just play around with the shading and stuff because I really just don't know, right? I don't know. So this guy here, there's one here, there's one here. Kind of trying to get a little bit of this happening a little bit bigger. because yeah, it is quite off the size that is supposed to be. We might want to even make it bigger. It is actually kind of hard to paint live with something big when you're concentrating so much. It is actually. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, hey, this is kind of hard to keep track of chat and paint, and something small, it's a little easier. But it is kind of hard. It's kind of difficult, I have to say. I want that tint. I think I might need to even get a little bit of a just not getting that tint the way I want it. I might have to grab a little bit of a red or something. I know it sounds weird. Hi, Julie. I see that someone said hi to green. So that's Julie. Sometimes you think that some colors won't work, but adding just a little something might get it that right tone, even though it doesn't look like it should be the right tone. Okay, just looking at the screen, it's not looking too great, but like I said, it's layers. My first shell. You guys are challenging me. I was thinking that this would be like just layers and this, so I'm hoping this will work. I'm kind of just there's stripes that kind of come this way, and of course in the grain of the shell there's stripes that kind of go in. It's kind of neat. So it's different. So let's see here if we can get some. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, thanks, Angela. I don't know. You guys got more confidence than I do. That's gonna work. That usually how it works for me. You guys usually make it all that much better. I think I went a little crazy here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely change that color. It's layers. Okay, let's see here. I got some stripies over here because the very, very end, I don't know if you guys can see this. There is, it's working. There is, you can see the stripes going down, but in the shell, you can see the stripes going the opposite. It's so, yeah, I can see how these shells are really, really hard because there's so much detail, so much going on in them. Okay, we gotta get going on some depth here. Otherwise, I could be just painting stripes across this thing for the whole time here. I think I gotta get some, where's my black? I gotta get some black on here. Dipping in my lid is just contaminating my lid here. This, I should have grabbed a fuller container. There we go. But I just need to dip that. I always do that. I dip it and I kind of wipe a little bit off. And then I go from there. So I also sometimes have to tell you, I sometimes overpaint something and then I'm shortening it up here, but then I'm going to be cutting it out anyhow. So it's okay. So it's kind of coming together down at the bottom. And hopefully coming more together for me up here. So as it gets a little bit lighter up here, I'm just adding the cocoa bean, and I'm just grabbing colors. It's not going to be exact, but at the end I will try to add more to what I think it needs. Here there's like a bit of a rounded piece of the shell, and then you almost want to add a little shade. It's a little different when you're painting and drawing because you got to add, I think, a little, I don't know, a little bit of depth, and then I go over with the white. It seems to work for me. So I kind of tried to round that up at the top. Don't know. Yeah, overworking on the project. I do too, and regret it later. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not. Yeah, if I'm thinking I'm overworking, like this area I was overworking for a bit, I'm going to move on to another area, and that's kind of what I did. So that's what I wanted to do, is just like, okay, I'm going to move on to, you know, over here where I think I can get that feeling I want. Still not sure if adding the orange is a good idea, but it's quite orangey brown, so we'll see. I'm just dipping back and forth. I'm really making a mess of my paints, but that's okay. And I'm just going to worry about this lip and all that stuff after. Something like this probably could take forever. I don't know. Sometimes I'm on here with you guys and I'm like, whoa, it's been that long of a stream. My husband will call me. He's like, wow, that was a long one. Like, I don't know. Sorry. Didn't think we picked a hard project, but yeah. This is a much more colorful one on here so far. That's okay. I really got to get, I'm going to put some black and brown down because I really got to get a bit of a darker, maybe right here. And I'm just playing with it. I don't know. It is a bit darker here, but it's not the right color that I'm using, but I'm kind of changing it a bit. And I can go over it. Oh, thank you. How do you say your name? Perna. I'm really bad pronunciations, but thank you very much. I'm learning from it too. Every time is like, oh, something new. So thank you. It's very encouraging. I'm not just doing this and you guys are like, what on earth? But you could always go over and lighten or darken anything. So this end here, I'm having a lot of trouble with right at the moment, but I won't focus on it too much. Let's see. Nope. No. Oh. Okay, sorry guys, kids coming in. I'm not going to try to focus too much on this edge here. And then try to round it off. And it's like also too, like part of the mind, what your eye sees. And dogs got long. Okay. Purple, what's that? I'm sorry, you can maybe use gray to complete the color blue. I missed that. Green, maybe you can gray it down with it using the complementary blue. Yeah. Could do that. I'm adding a little yellow and white and putting them down here. Just seeing which way I should do this. Just which way should I go? Add more white. Add. I got a little darkness in there. I don't know. Thank you. I'm not sure how I'm liking it. But I do need to make a couple little tips here, really white. So I might have to dry it up a bit. I'm going over and over. And yeah, I might have to dry it up a bit. That is a part where I'm kind of, got something on there, where I got to kind of just use a little bit of what, sometimes too when I'm painting, I'll just add, oh, hi, Debbie. I'll add whatever I think looks good on it too, rather than what's on the picture if I feel that something is missing because I messed up and I can't get it right to the picture. So, yeah. Just trying to see here. Making it a teeny bit longer. There. Making it look like this type of shell, whatever it is. See, I don't even know what type of shell it is. But you guys are all awesome for watching, even though I don't know exactly what I'm doing. It's just playing with it, really. I think that just playing with it is get you more learning how to do it than perhaps some classes and stuff, because you know what, I find that when you're doing classes, you're just kind of you're kind of following, but then when you're on your own, you can't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of nice to be able to just play, dip, play, and dip your fingers, you know, dip your paint, do this, do that, and kind of thing. Let's see if I can actually get this going here the way I want it to go. See how I'm starting to add a little bit more white. So I'm trying to get a, like, to look like it's curling right here. Don't know if you guys can see that. I want to make it look like this is curling in like it is. It's supposed to be curling in this way. So I gotta kind of do a eye trick of the eye. Thank you, Jennifer. It's really difficult to do. Like, I'm like, ah. But I'll work on this. This is frustrating me now, so I'll work on that after. Because I'm just getting too stripy with it. It's a difficult thing because shells are way more texture. Like, there's not just a, you know, one way. They've got so much texture in it. It does. It has, whoa, so much texture. So let's see if I can get this guy going here. Now, it's got to be a way, you got to just make sure, for me, what I'm basically saying this to myself, okay? I got to make sure I'm going a certain way so it looks like I can't paint a certain way. Like if I paint up and down, I'm going to totally ruin that curl look, and then this one's coming out look. So now that I have a nice dry background, this little wet brush thing over top is helping with the shade in the background now. So my background, I just I pre-shaded my background basically by having it down first. And that's, I don't know. That's how I see it anyway. It's like, how do I explain myself? I don't know. So let's see here. Grab a little black, a little touch of brown. Make a color that kind of speaks to me. Could do that little bit of a, I'm just going to go right softly right up against here. And I'm brushing it off too. And I'm just going to go softly right up against here. There's going to be some wet paint. And I'm just going to make a slight line with it. And I'm explaining what I'm doing. Not that there's like, this is what I learned. This is just what I'm doing. I'm explaining as I'm going along why I'm doing something. So hopefully it helps. And I'm explaining to myself too. It's like, what are you doing, Arlene? I gotta do this line. So now this one here is tricky because it looks, I'm going to twirl my brush and see how that looks. It's kind of swirling it out of itself right here on there. Can I do that? It's kind of swirling on the outside of it. So I'm going to swirl my brush there and probably could use a better brush for this, but whatever. Do the same thing on here. It gives it a movement of the paint. So to me, so you hear the girls in the background. Sorry, guys. I was supposed to stream a long time ago, but I don't want to put too dark here. I added a little bit more black. There she goes. Thank you. Are you leaving? Bye. Thank you, Debbie. Sorry it's so long. It's a long process. If it's a long process, probably if I knew what I was doing. But I'm just like going along and trying it out for the first time here. So I'm going to put a little darkness on the outside of here. I'll cut it out just so then I can see. Putting my white here. Shh, girls. Putting a layer here. So I'm trying just to get the end of my shell right here. There's my granddaughter. She's just one. All right. It's getting there. Oh, hi, Nikki. Bye. Thanks. It's nice to know people are just watching and just saying hi, bye. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It is nice. Okay. I got too much water in here. Keep doing that. Okay. Grab another one here. I'm going to try to leave that right there, hopefully. No, I can't see it on that side. I got to put it right here. Can't see it over there. Don't make the dog run, please. Okay. Can't hear myself think if the dog's running. So I think now that I have these stripes here, I might just get away with having a little bit of stripies there. We'll see how that goes. Because this one here is another piece of shell coming out, like another wrap of the shell. It's so neat how they grow and how they're like wrapping, and just so neat. I don't know. Yeah. Don't know. Maybe I need some shading. Not sure about that one. No. Not sure about that one. I don't think shading it is the right way to go for that. So now this one here, it seems like the shell wants to come out this way over. It's such a neat way. It's wrapping around here and then it's kind of wrapping down and open. And the dog can hear the girls, so now she's getting upset in there. So this is my hard part right here. This guy right here. Yeah. I can see that some of the shell comes down in this way. And I might have to get some detail in with the Posca. I don't know. I'm going to mix in some browns or something that I like over here. Don't know. It's a difficult one. I'm sure I can get it if I just keep playing it. Just trying to get the feel over here. Well, this is definitely my first shell. I might have to practice this one a bit. It's not too bad. I'm having issues with the bottom here. Because it comes down and it kind of swirls around. But I'm just going to check. I'm just reading up what it says. I love how fearless you are. Most of us would be whimpering and in the corner. Such a, can you hear me whimpering? Thank you. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like complaining all the way. You guys are too nice. I'm kind of just like, what am I doing? I'm spinning my brush just a bit to get of a more natural line than what I have there, because I don't like the way I'm making it just too swoopy. So I'm trying to spin my brush. It's not going to look like the shell, but I can make it look recognizable. Like, hey, that's a shell. I'm putting way too much white too, but hey. But you know, the thing is too, when people normally are watching or looking at your painting, they don't know what your picture looks like. That helps a lot because they don't know like that I didn't paint this exactly to what it should have been. Cheetah, cheetah. You know what I mean? But you guys do know what I mean. I know it. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia says it's gorgeous. I appreciate that. I probably should have mixed more colors in. It's not the exact color, but I like it still. Not bad for my first. You guys got me doing my first. What is this kind of shell called? Oh, Piper. Piper's saying what kind of shell it is, but I don't know, baby. Who knows, baby? There we go. Piper. That's what kind, eh? Okay. I'm putting a little bit of color back here. I'm going to cut that out. I'm just putting a bit of an edge. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel better. Takes my mind off of what I'm messing up. A conch shell. That's it. That's what it is. Is that the ones you can? Yeah, I thought that's what you were. Oops, it's not bright enough. What did I do? What did I do? That's what I thought it was called, but I forgot because I remember someone said conch. That's what they wanted. Or there's another name? How do you say it? Pronounce it. Ugh, it is that. I'm pronouncing it wrong though. No. I'll have to check it. It's. I'm adding red in here. Can you see how it's a teeny bit red from the sun behind it? I'm adding red. I'm making it up. The spelling check. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna check the sound of it. Conch. That's it. Right? Conch. Because it's not just the way you read it, but it's a little bit of a. There, I got a bit of a red highlight here just from the sun. Something like that. I need to get more familiar with different things. That's what I need. And that's what you guys are doing. You're getting me more familiar with different things to paint. Okay. And that's the fun part about this. That's why I like doing a live stream. I was talking, Nikki and I were on for a quick test on International Crafters. If you guys, we have a different channel from our own channels called International Crafters. We were testing yesterday, and because Nikki hadn't actually gone on yet on her end, and she was wondering if her internet can hold it. This is really dry brushing here, guys. I'm going along the edge here where I know I don't have any wet paint and just darkening it a bit. So I'm just going like this, scribbling back and forth, probably wrecking my brush, but if it gets what I want done, I really don't care if it's wrecking my brush. I know it sounds bad, but if it gets me to looking like what it's supposed to look like, I'm pleased. And it's kind of doing that for me. It might not be quite as dark in the original painting picture as in mine, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go in from my edge a little bit here. It's coming together. I'm using the same red. I can add a little bit of brown tones over top. That's another thing about shading. You could just go over top and I am going on my paint here. Just somewhere, don't know. And as long as I'm keeping, if I went like this with my brush, I'd totally mess up it and I'd be like, okay, gotta quit because I totally messed up this. But I'm kind of keeping with the shape of what it is. So, and a little white. It's going to make it a little pinky, but that's okay. Because I got blended in just to make it follow through a bit. And that's about all I do. I play until I like it. There is so many variations in nature, Julie, thanks. There is. And that's why a nice thing, like I was saying, no one's going to see this picture except for you guys. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay that you guys see my imperfections. You guys don't seem to mind anyways, but, you know, I'm okay with that for this. But when you're playing with something, it's more about how you feel about it. So that's what I think. Now I'm kind of doing that a little bit more of a dry brushing over top of that red, and it's just making more layers. I can't stop layering, guys. I'm horrible, but I just can't stop layering. The only thing I'm not happy right now at the moment is still this. That's the only thing I'm not quite ecstatic about right now. See if this little red here helps me out at all. Don't know. It might. That I made reddish orangey and I got a little white in there, so it's not in here necessarily, but it might help separation of the how the shell is going. It might help me in my process. And it's funny how going over, just going to show you, the layers are helping with my layers anyways. I mean, it's not obviously the size. I'm totally messed up on the size and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, for me, for learning, it's just, it's working. It's doing it. Now I'm just going to try to get, I want to get that round shape here actually. The feel that this is not just a flat piece on this side is what I'm struggling with right now. That's what I'm struggling with right now with this. The red might not be the right color for it, but like I said, I can always add layers. I got that. This. Trying it. I'm going to add a little brown. Okay. Just dipping and going for it. Okay. Girls, you're so distracting. Oh, not your fault, but they're whispering and I'm like, my brain is like focusing on the whispering. It's like crazy. Okay. We gotta make it work. Don't know, guys. Babies are great. I'm glad I'm a grandma though, because they can go home after. Now I'm just kind of make up my own thing. Sometimes I'll just have something in my head, and then I'm like, well, I gotta get this feel that it's I don't know, it's wrapping up. So I'm almost doing my own thing right now. I'm almost doing my own thing. I am pretty much doing my own thing right now. Oh yeah, you love being grandma? Me too. This is my third grandchild. She's 1. I have a Carly who's how old? 6, gonna be 7. I'm looking at the girls, they're not even paying attention to me to help me with the age there. And Jackson is my grandson. So I got 2 granddaughters and a grandson. Jackson is 2. Turned 2 in February. And yes, they are cute. Yeah, she's cute, eh? Yeah, I can hear her cooing. They're liking her cooing. Anne's liking her cooing. So now I'm kind of just like doing my own thing. Adding, don't know. I don't know. The girls are so helpful. I'm so glad. Chloe's 16 and Kendra is 14. I'm just adding. I'm just talking here, guys. And Cora is 11, and they help me out lots when the grandchildren are over 2. They love to help out. I think I'm going to add a little bit more shading here than what's on the picture. So I'm going to try to get that rounded feel, and I'm not feeling it yet. So we'll see if I can actually get it by adding a little shading here. Doesn't matter what's on the picture, right? Did we already talk about that? Doesn't matter what's on there. Oh, Piper. She's excited about something over there. You have a grandson, Debbie, that is 2.5. His name is Jacob. Cool. Carly is my oldest granddaughter. And then I have Jackson and Piper. Piper. It's like, what, Grandma? I'm going to try to get a bit more of a yellowy color over here. I want to get this a bit more angled. Probably, who knows? Just in my mind that there's a bit of a more of an angle up. Can you guys see? It's hard for you guys to see all this. Don't know if it's good enough yet. Not quite. Piper. Yeah. I'm kind of going over it a little wet here just to shape it better. I'm making it look, I don't know. Want to round it up. She is a cutie. Anne says, congratulations to all the grandmas on here. G kids are the best. They are. They are. I'm playing with this still. Playing so much. You guys, are you guys bored yet? Guys, bored with this yet? I'm trying to get just the right. If I would have drawn it first, I think I would have felt like I messed it up more than what I feel like I messed it up already. So I kind of glad, you know, I just kind of go for it. For me, I think that's how I would be. And it's all about just trying to layer it. I'm just trying to layer it now. And it's totally gonna look different, guys. She wandering around, moving around. Oh, thank you, Julia. Julie says that she can actually see what it is. Good. I'm like, frustrated with a couple parts of it, but I think I just need to like shade up a little bit more, something else here. And get some colors that I like in up here. I don't know. Something I'm doing that I'm not liking here. Oh, I need some white. White. See how I'm just kind of like, oh, I got every color in here. Every color. And then I'm wondering why I'm struggling. Every color. I gotta make this edge a little bit better. I'm glad that you can tell what it is. It's very nice. I'm not ecstatic about how it is right at the moment, but I'm gonna grab more cream here or the brown sugar and add some white here. So this is what I do with my faces too. I'm like back and forth, back and forth. Now I got some nice cream happening. I'm gonna cut this out. Obviously, can't leave it on here after I mark up all my. I think I'm going way too many layers maybe, but whatever. It's okay. I'm going light over here. I gotta get some lighter on the edge here. I'm gonna flip it. I just want to get my. Whoa! What happened over there? Losing your balance? Was that the dog? What? Diaper bag fell. Okay, I'm like, what's going on over there? I think I just need to get something here just to define my edge, and that's where I'm going to be cutting it anyways. So just don't know, so I'm kind of playing with it right here. Yeah, this edge piece here, right where the tip is, it's got to get a little, I got to get a little bit bigger maybe. And it's like that, just layers. If I don't like something, I could easily fix it up. I think I needed it that much bigger. I think that's what I needed. And just a few strips this way. I'm not sure about the edge, but we'll work on that, I guess. So guys, are you okay with this? Maybe okay? Not too sure I'm happy with this. I think I might have to go in a little bit more. Okay, this is where the little swirly thing happens. I'm going to make it bigger. I'm feeling it's too small, and I'm playing with it just too small here. So, girls. Yeah, girls. You're a girl. Baby girl. Thank you, Tracy. No. Kendra, how about your sister, sweetie? How about Cora? Take Piper in the backyard, baby, to watch Auntie Cora. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to get a little something here. The edge. I'm trying to get the edge. This piece here was just driving me wonky just a bit. Thank you, Emery. Oh, I'm struggling with this now because I'm focused on something that's like, I'm too focused on it, maybe. But I gotta let it dry a bit, I think, before I keep going with it. I might have to let it dry a bit. But this is exactly where I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. And I could just, I'm gonna have to fix that up a little bit more. I'm making it even bigger now, just to make it. It'll come, and then I'll stop. It'll come, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, done, there. I'm adding just a hair of black, and then I'm kind of brushing it over just to get the shape. Yeah, that's gonna drive me a little crazy. And thank you, Sherry. Sherry's saying it looks amazing. I think you guys are amazing. You're so patient with me. You're like, oh, paint this. And I'm like, oh boy. Sure. You know. Okay. It's somewhat coming along. And I think I'm going to have to dry it up a bit, guys, and see what it looks like and see what you guys think. I got a little black on here, so I'm just shading it in, just dry brushing it right on there. The acrylic that paint I'm using is a DecoArt, and it's got a sheen to it, so it's It's, where's the brand? Right here. It's the, oh, where's a nice one that you can read? It's the multi-satin surface, and it's got a nice sheen to it. So I feel comfortable going over it. It's not going to, like, it dries with a sheen on it. It's just so nice. So I like it. Yeah. Not to say that you have to use it, but I'm just saying that's why I might be doing something a little different than what you would be doing with it, just because I can maybe get away with that. I don't know. I'm just adding a little black on here. I should, you know, just to get some shading happening. Paint on, paint off, just like Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. I am painting like the Karate Kid here. Hi, Pauline. It's a good thing I'm only painting one shell, actually, because I'm like, oh, let's do a whole bunch. Yeah, right. You guys are probably like, wow, when is she going to be done? It is taking longer than I thought, but this is my first shell ever, so the first one's always the longest. When you're first painting something you've never painted before, it's always the longest, just an FYI, because you're like, what am I doing? I'm grabbing paint and I'm being random because I can. And you know what? There is no point in having a fear when you're painting, because I mean, if I screwed it up right now, it's just cardstock. If you're painting, I don't know, just enjoy it. Just paint for yourself and enjoy it. I mean, I'm painting for you guys, but it's not bothering me. If I mess up, I mess up. You guys are not gonna, you know, beat me up. You know, don't beat yourself up. There's a lot more color in here than I originally anticipated. But now I'm not even looking at this guy. I'm not even looking at this guy because there's no way I'm going to paint a picture perfect. How did we say that? Conk? How did we say that? There's no way I'm going to be able to make this look perfect. But now I'm making it look perfect for me, basically. So I'm just going to look at it for highlights now, basic ideas, because there's no way that I'll be able to do that. And like I said before, to get these unusual markings here, what I'm just doing is like I'm trying out twisting my brush, and I'm just twirling it like this. I'm just twirling it like this to get a neat uneven. I do that with my branches as well for trees, and it makes it look much more natural than going like this with this brush. Even if I wanted to go like that, wavy. Now watch, I can't control that line, and look how natural that looks. Oh, you can't see it. The middle one looks much more natural than the other two. So that's, I just kind of I think I learned that just playing with trees. And I'm like, hey, this works. I couldn't get the trees right, and I'm like beating myself up over trees, and I'm like, start twirling my brush and really getting way better trees. So if you can, nothing's perfect in nature either, right? So the nice twirly lines are just kind of mimicking the imperfection of whatever. And now, like I said, I'm just doing my own thing now, so I'm not following the picture anymore. Now I'm just trying to get it to look shelly to me. And then I think I will cut it out. Then I'll cut it out. I need to get a little bit more white on here for me. Just to make that edge just pop a little bit more. And again, I'm just twisting that. Twisting it out towards myself. And that's it. If you don't want the perfect lines, that's just my suggestion. I'm not sure if I like that, what I just did. The brown over top. Maybe it's, what was that one? I think it was sugar. I could be doing way too much. But anyways, you could always go over. I could probably be doing this forever too, guys. Going over and over and over. I know myself. You guys, half you guys know that I will just keep going and going. Legs the energized bunny. And trust me, once I'm off stream, I will be going at it still. Probably. Okay. I'm going to dry this. Then I'm going to take a look at it. What a mess. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Debbie. Debbie said, wow, stepped away to get lunch and came back in great looking show. I'm not sure how I feel about it right now, but I'm not really sure how I feel about it right now on my shelf. I'm need to get more, fill up my Posca or something. Okay, I need to dry it up a bit more. I'm just going to probably sketch a little over it. Just a bit here. I'm just not getting that definition I want right here. Don't know if I might end up painting over what I just did now, but it's just not coming together for me. So I'm just going to go. It's just not. There's a lot of things here that I'll be cutting out too. It's just because I was painting and adding this shading here just to make my things kind of happy in my mind. I'm not realistic painter yet. I'll keep practicing though, and I'll do my best. But it doesn't look like this guy. Not yet. Not to say that it'll never will, but I mean, I'm not going to get there if I don't try it. And that's the thing. We're not really going to get there if we don't give it a try to what we want. So just seeing if the white Posca pen will help my cause here any. It might actually. I can scribble a little bit more. And I'm trying to get this feel over here. I could be doing this with a paintbrush too, but I started to like, okay, get the Posca out. I go over with my fingers too a lot with these. Blends it in a bit. Hello, Jane. Hi. I'm just working on this, how do we say it again? Conch, I think. I think that's how we say it. Now I'm using my Posca, and I'm just still smearing it towards the twist of the shell. I don't want to lose that. Not that I have a great I don't know. I don't want to lose that feel that's coming out that way. And this could take forever with all these layers, I'm telling you. I'm coloring in here a bit and just pulling out a little white. I could always, okay. I think I'm happy with it at the moment. I'm going to cut it out and see what I'm going to maybe give it a little heat. Cut it up and see what we can do with it. I'm actually might just put a little bit of Posca pen in here. We'll see if this is a mistake. Okay. If this is a mistake, I might have to correct it, but let's put a little Posca here and just kind of coming out with it. Don't know if I like that. Don't know how I feel about that yet. Might go see, do I have any wet paint here? Might just go over that a bit. Don't want it to be too. I got a little watery black on here. So that line is just too much maybe on this side. So I'm kind of smearing it in, blending it in a bit. And that's it. I'm making it up as I go along now, guys. You can see that, right? It's not looking anything like the other guy. Thank you. All right. I'll have to fix up the coloration in here too because it's not exactly what I was thinking, but it is. Still shell-like, it's just not quite not exactly. It's like playing with layers and playing with textures that you just don't even. Maybe you have one, and yeah. I mean, I don't have one of these, but if I had one, maybe it'd be easier. I don't know. Cutting it out, guys. Although it's just like sometimes they say people are around something, they paint it easier or not. But I don't know if that's true. And whatever I feel like I want to cut off, I'm just going to cut off. I did that with my other one too. You know, I just like, oh, that's not the right spot for that. Cut it off. For my dragonfly, I'm like, notice that I cut off quite a bit. There we go. But the outline and all that kind of stuff, when I did it in black, was just making me happy at that moment, just trying to see my picture within the mess of painting that I've done, kind of a thing. So it also makes it less flat. So I don't know. It's pretty. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, it's not too bad. So it's just a matter of playing with it here and there now. And then putting it on my bag, which was the original thing. We were going to put it on here somehow, but I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. But so let's see. Now that I'm feeling a bit better about his shape and stuff, I might be able to go in and probably properly shade this a bit better. Now that I dried it up and, you know, cut it out. I mean, you could tell what it is a bit. A bit. And I'm going to have to go over that black line, which was quite the mistake, I think, in here. But hey. You never know until you play with it a bit, right? Just like I had to go over on the top. I just didn't like, I don't like it, but paint will cover it, so. There we go. Yeah, I don't quite like the Posca pen in there. It just doesn't quite cut it. Now I'm just going over this a little bit, brightening it up, and I think it's opening it up a bit more too. What's this? You can add little shells around the big one on your bag. That's probably what I'll do, yeah. But I think that's pretty close to it for now. And yeah, see, like I did not like the Posca pen on the inside. You could totally change what you do. Little layers can really change something. You want to look like it's opening up. Anyway. The shell, the conch, I think it's called. And I got lots of colors in here. Playing with it, and I got just lots of colors. But nothing's really a flat color anyway, so. And like I said, this part is the part where it's like hard to stop. I'm just adding a little bit more brown on top of this sugar that I put on there. See how the sugar lightened it up, or the white, or whatever it was that I put on there. So I'm just putting a little bit more of the dark brown back on, and it just causes more texture, visual texture. And for me, at least I can do that. If it doesn't look realistic, at least I have a lot of stuff that makes me happy on it. And that's the way I look at it. It's making me happy. think I'm going to make this one a little wider. There we go. Getting in that brush. Almost feels like the brush would make a better, you know, marking tool than the pen or whatever. Well, I hope you guys liked this and that you had fun. Thank you guys for all staying, for all those who stayed. And this is one of those things that could take a while. And like I said, see how I'm adding more layers, and it's actually coming together up here now a little bit more. Just needed that little shape, maybe, eh? You know, I just needed that. And then I work on something else, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. And like I said, this part could take a while. Sometimes paintings are not done nearly when we actually stop. Thank you, Michelle. Especially these ones, like something like this with so many depth, so much depth and layers. I will, Debbie. I think I'm going to be done for now, though, guys, if that's okay with you. And because like this could take a while to continue, and I don't know how many of you can sit here for that long. The kids are doing really good, but you know, should kind of go and help them out. Yeah, I would like to lighten this part up here too a bit more. Bye, Anne. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, guys. You guys are all awesome. And for those who watch Nikki and both myself on International Crafters, we'll be on tomorrow at 2:30 Standard Mountain Time. That's my time. And yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. We stream every Thursday, and she's from New Zealand, and New Zealand and Australia is Friday there, so it's pretty cool how that far away, it's like a day ahead of us. But yeah, see how I'm just adding more and more and more. I can just stop. That's great. Thanks, Jane. So we will be on International Crafters, and it's that's the name of it, the YouTube, and you International Crafters. So it's not my YouTube channel or Nikki's. We both have our own. Plus, we have the Facebook group International Crafters, and we also now are hosting International Crafters on YouTube. So everyone's welcome to watch. I will I don't know if I have a link somewhere, but on my thing here, but on my YouTube. But all you have to do is just like search International Crafters. We're the only channel. So I will let you guys go for now, but you can see how it's kind of coming together. And like I said before, I can probably do this all day and get back to it. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I'll be like, hey, that needs to be there. That color needs to be there. It's totally, thank you, Julie. It was totally, it looks totally different. Like I'm not a great, you know, this is my first time doing a shell. It looks totally different, but you got no shell looks alike, and no one's going to know if I put this one away, you know, and it's just practice. Go with the grain of things, you know, and just have fun with it, and don't worry about it. It's only paper. It's only paint, and do it for yourself, and you'll have a lot of fun. And another thing that I want to tell you, trick, is don't think about the object as much as the little parts that you're touching up at that point. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. See you guys tomorrow, some of you. And I will show you guys some pics of this up after. If you guys are on Facebook, my name is Ilene McInnes on Facebook as well. I'll have some posts up there. And see, I do have my camera just a little off. And yes, they are so different. Thank you for the challenge, guys, for asking for this. And it's really nice to get new ideas. Okay, I'm going to say bye. See you tomorrow. Bye, Michelle. Bye, Jane, Debbie, Julie, Pauline, Anne-Marie. Bye. You hear bye. 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 Say bye, Piper. Bye, everybody.